Hey guys, Joanna coming in. We have a field battle here in Room 2. It is a 2v2 field battle. We have Kush, Carthage, Tylus, and Arverni. Let's get over some of the army comps real quick. We have Arverni here being commanded by Celtic Slan. He is actually bringing with him 8 units of the Chosen Swordsman here up in his front line. Right there. I have it on slow motion to get a little bit of a time here before the battle actually starts, so I figured I'd put it on slow motion. Here we have 4 units of his Gallic Hunters right there. Further back, he's got 2 units of his Celtic Warriors in his rear line. He's got 4 units of his Heavy Horse, and he's got his Oath-Sworn General there. Sorry, 3 units of his Heavy Horse. Getting into Tylus here, we have Tylus being commanded by Titus Pulo. Titus is bringing with him 9 units of the Tribal Warriors. We'll get a little close-up look of these guys real fast. He's also got 3 units of his Light Horse on his flank, all in their wedge formation. Almost called it diamond there. He's also bringing with him 4 units of Celtic Slingers. He's got 1 unit of the Thracian Warriors right here. Pretty cool looking unit. Shield on their arm, 2-handed sword. Pretty awesome. Some more of his slingers, some more of his tribal warriors. Rear line here, he's got Celtic Warriors, another unit of Celtic Warriors, and an Oath-Sworn General. Swinging on over to the other side, we have Carthage. Carthage is being commanded by Big Daddy. He is bringing with him 4 units of his Libyan infantry right here. These are his 4 units of Libyan infantry right along this line. He's also bringing 2 units of his mercenary Samnite warriors. He's got 5 units of hoplites, 2 of them being late hoplites. He's also bringing with him 2 units of Balearic Slingers. That is all the ranged he is bringing. He's got a ton of cavalry, though. He's got 2 units of the Carthaginian cavalry here. He's also brought with him, 3 units of Carthaginian cavalry, 2 units of the mercenary Scutari cavalry. His general is a general's bodyguard. Pretty sure. Oh, he's also got 2 units of his African pikemen, but with it being in motion, you're not really going to be able to see them very well. And then swinging on over here, we have Kush. Kush is being commanded by Miasinoi Baron. He's bringing with him 4 units of the Slave Spearmen. Here's one of the units right here. He's also bringing with him 3 units of Nubian Bowmen. He's got 1 unit of Slave Infantry. More of his bowmen, more slave spear infantry. Here's his general here, Royal Kushite Archer General. He's also bringing with him 4 units of the Shotel Warriors, normal Shotel Warriors, still an awesome unit. Right behind them, he's got a unit of his Armored Shotel Warriors. He's bringing, he's bringing 4 units of the Armored Desert Cavalry. Get an eye on them real quick. He's also got a unit of his Disciples of Apidmac right there. Pretty badass unit. As you can tell, they got lions' heads on them, so they must be pretty badass. Pretty sure that's all that he has, so we are pretty far into the battle already. So we'll just put this right on to play. Everybody is moving up. We do see Arverni here pushing up further. He's got 2 of his units of cavalry moving out onto his flank. Another unit in reserve back there. Some archer fire coming. Nubian Bowmen firing in onto some of the Chosen Swordsmen here. For heavy melee infantry, so I don't really know how much damage they're actually going to really do to them. Probably would have been a better option to start trying to shoot at the hunters. Is bringing up a unit of his slave infantry here. He's starting to get a little bit of protection around his archers. He's got his general really close up to the front line here, which I understand to a point. I mean, it's an archer unit, but still, that's pretty rough. I don't really recommend bringing archer generals to field battles. That's just me personally. But let's see, do we have some fighting? Yeah, we got some Pila volleys coming across. Slave infantry actually going to charge into one of the units of Chosen Swordsmen. I don't think that's going to work out very well. Another unit, Shotel Warriors charging in. This is pretty even. This is a pretty even fight. Shotel Warriors and Chosen Swordsmen, pretty good fight. We have some Chosen Swordsmen here pushing up further, actually catching some of the Royal Kushite general out a little bit. Thankfully, some of the slave spearmen were there to hold them up. Let's swing on over to Tylis and Carthage's side, see how well this is going. We do have a rather large cavalry engagement here. I don't think the light horse are going to be able to stand up very well against the medium melee cavalry that Carthage is bringing. But he is sending, Tylis is sending in a unit of tribal warriors to help out his cavalry, so hopefully that will turn the tides a little bit. Yeah, right here we have a unit of the mercenary Scutari cavalry pretty much handling that unit of light horse instantaneously. Another unit of light horse starting to break here. Do have some Libyan infantry making their way into the scuffle over here, getting a good peel of volley into the back of this unit of tribal warriors. Do have the Thracian warriors as well closing in on combat. So big scrum going on this side. Let's get back over here to Arverni and Kush. Ooh, we have, what is this? Armored Desert Cavalry actually making their way in, losing a lot of men though. A lot of men. That could have been gigantic if they were able to get there quicker. Getting into some of the Gallic Hunters, getting a good charge in onto this unit, down to 50, 49 men left. Unit of Celtic Warriors got their peel of volleys off onto this armored cavalry unit, so that cavalry unit is going to probably break very soon. Hopefully this archer unit, okay, so the archer unit looks like it's going to be able to control itself and stay on the battlefield. Let's see how the cavalry engagement is going in on this side over here. Heavy horses over here taking on some of the armored desert cavalry for Kush. We also do have a unit of Disciples of Epidmac in here aiding the cavalry fight for Kush. Do have the Oathsworn General here for Arverni started to make his way around. Unit of the slave spearmen look like they're going to come over and try and cut the general off. Yeah, that's what it looks like is going to happen. Oh wait, we have some cavalry moving around back over here. Not sure where they're going. Do have heavy horse here being chased quickly by a unit of the Armored Desert Cavalry for Kush. So that unit has been caught before they were able to really cause any problems. Another unit of Armored Desert Cavalry back over here. Pretty depleted unit, 25 men out of 80 there. Oathsworn General got a good peel of volley off onto the back of the Kushite Spearmen here, so well done there. Another big peel of volley into the back of them. Heavy horse here now in combat with Armored Desert Cav and a unit of the Slave Spearmen. Do have some of the Arverni flags starting to waver. One unit there. Chosen Swordsmen have now broken. Another unit here has now broken. So it's kind of, I mean, it's pretty even on this side. Let's shoot back over onto Pilot's and Carthage's side. So we do still have 3 units of Carthaginian cavalry on this side. Gonna get a big charge into this unit of the Thracian warriors, just knocking them all to the ground pretty much. Depleted unit of the Scutari cavalry here, probably gonna pull back and wait to maybe get a good charge in. Actually, we have some Scutari cavalry here getting a huge charge in onto the back of this unit of tribal warriors. Not really causing a lot of deaths, but they definitely did knock down a decent amount of the men there in that unit. Big old fight going on in the center here. This is a problem here. Tribal warriors taking on African pikemen and a unit of Libyan infantry here. That is going to be rough. What is pushing their way through? We have a unit of African pikemen without their pikes actually getting into the Celtic slingers here. Though we do have 2 units of the Celtic warriors coming in, getting a charge in onto this pikeman. But again, Carthage's cavalry here, mercenary Scutari cavalry, getting a big charge in onto the back of these Celtic warriors. Carthage doing a really good job so far with his cavalry, it looks like. I mean, all of his units are pretty depleted, but I don't think Tylis has any more cavalry left. I do have the Carthaginian general out over here, just finishing wiping up a unit of Libyan infantry, getting a good peel of volley into this unit of Carthaginian cavalry as they're trying to pull away. I'm going to guess that the general's probably going to make his way over here and start trying to get into the side of this unit of the African pikemen. Pikemen are standing still. Thought maybe they were going to move up with the Libyan infantry. Carthaginian cavalry still back over here, causing a big headache back here for Tylis. Getting into some more of his slingers, routing this unit of slingers. Do have a unit of tribal warriors making their way over as well. Let's swing back over here to Kush and Arverni, see how we're doing. Real quick, I see another cavalry charge actually real quick, trying to make their way into these archers, and it's just not happening. I mean, they got a pretty good charge in onto this unit, knocking several of them down, but again, Another unit has broken. Oh, Carthage coming over here with a huge charge. Starting to rout this unit. Getting into another unit of the Gallic Hunters here. So this is pretty bad, actually, now for Arverni. Looks like he's going to lose a decent amount of his archers. Now Kush actually swinging around with his 2 other units of his cavalry into the remaining units of the Gallic Hunters here for Arverni. So not looking very good over here for Arverni. Arverni's pretty much been taken out. Let's see what he has left. He's got a unit of heavy horse depleted. His general here with 139 and 1 unit of chosen swordsmen who are about to be surrounded. So good teamwork there by Kush and Carthage to finish off all of Arverni's archers there. Like I said, they only have their 2 units left, as that 1 unit back over here has now routed as well. So it looks like a lot of the combat is going to be taking place on this side over here. Tyler's still trying to get into this unit of the African pikemen. Pikemen do have their pikes down. We do have the Oathsworn General now getting a side charge or a flanking charge in onto the pikemen. So hopefully that will do some damage to this African pike unit. I believe the other unit of African pikes is gone. So let's real quick go into a slow motion, see what we have left here. Carthage has 2 units of his range still. He's got some mercenary Samnite warriors over there. 2 units of Carthaginian cavalry making their way back over. Looks like one of them's going to have a big charge in onto some more of the ranged here for Tylus. We do have the Carthaginian general here. Looks like he got a pretty good charge in onto the back of these tribal warriors. This unit of Thracian warriors is actually starting to waver a little bit. Hopefully they will not break. Let's see how we're doing here. Tribal warriors did catch up onto the unit of the Carthaginian cavalry before they were able to make it into the slingers. Hopefully they're going to be able to make it into these slingers before these tribal warriors make it here, but I don't think that's going to happen here. Carthaginian cavalry is now starting to lose combat here. Do have some more cavalry here for Carthage pulling out of combat. Tribal warriors, mercenary Samnite warriors going at each other. Let's see what the Scutari unit's going to do. Are they going to get in for a charge? No, they just stop. Oh, okay, here they come. Let's get a slow motion of a charge here. Not a very long battle. It's about roughly 17 minutes long. So get a little bit of slow motion here and there if we can. Big fight still going on over here. Actually, the Carthaginian general has pulled out. Still has 40 men in that unit. Wow. Has not lost a single man. Tyler's Oathsworn General here down to 147. Let's see what's we have generals here. I think we still have all 4 of the generals. No, the Kush General is gone. That's right. Kush General had died. He was an archer unit, so he did die. Kush still does have a decent amount of infantry left, though. He's got 1 unit of Nubian bowmen left here. But he still has a decent amount of cavalry. I mean, decent amount of infantry, I should say. So this is really close. Really close. Balance of power seems to be in favor of Kush and Carthage for the moment. But Tylus does still have a decent amount. I mean, he's still got his tribal warriors there. A couple more units of tribal warriors. He still has his Oathsworn General, which is absolutely nothing to just bat to the side and think you're going to beat. I've seen Oathsworn Generals get literally 500-600 kills. Oathsworn, not even generals, just Oathsworn units in general getting 500-600 kills. So let's see what we have here. Unit of Shotel warriors making their way over. It does seem that Tylus is starting to form a little bit of a front line here. Does Kush still have his armored Shotel warriors? Does not. Oh, there they are. Really depleted. 97 men left out of 160. Got some Nubian bowmen here. They are out of ammunition, though, so that will be pretty much a throwaway unit now. Once archers lose ammunition on a field battle, they're pretty much a garbage unit.
Warriors, move out!
We have a unit of swordsmen here for Kush taking on this unit of Oathsworn. Swordsmen are going to die very quickly. Actually, Carthage back over here has got a unit of his slingers getting some good volleys in onto the back of this unit of Celtic warriors here. That Celtic warrior unit is now routing. Hopefully they will come back. There's still 60 of them left in that unit, so hopefully they will be able to come back. What is this cavalry? Oh, we have the general's bodyguard here for Carthage, still running all over the place over here. Oathsworn General for Tylus getting really close to being surrounded. Shotel warriors there. Unit of mercenary samurai warriors there. Do we have a unit of the tribal warriors over here cutting off a unit of Shotel warriors? So that is good to see for Tylus. Still have a unit of Carthaginian cavalry here. Another unit there. Scutari cavalry there. Carthaginian cavalry there. Gonna have a good Pila volley there by some mercenary Samnite warriors, and followed up by a charge into the back of this tribal warrior unit here. This tribal warrior unit is now surrounded. Let's see what the Arverni general is now killing off the disciples of Epidemac there for Kush. Still very close. Still showing. I want to make sure that I have it on the right factions here. Yeah, it's still showing that Kush and Carthage have the balance of power currently. Let's see what we have. Actually, we have tribal warriors there, unit of the Oathsworn for Tylus, and the lone unit of Oathsworn general here for Arverni. That is all that's left. So Kush and Carthage definitely have the manpower compared to what Tylus and Arverni have. But like I said, those generals, they're like juggernauts. Oh, unit of tribal warriors here now finally starting to waver. Carthaginian cavalry, mercenary Scutari cavalry, and the unit of armored Chota warriors taking out this unit of the tribal warriors here for Tylus. Getting a couple of cycle charges, it looks like, from the general's bodyguard there for Carthage. Throwing in a unit. Kush is throwing in a unit of his Nubian bowmen. Mercenary Samurai warriors were wavering, but they are going to come back. We do have a unit of Balearic slingers here, getting some good volleys in onto the Oathsworn general for Arverni. Balearic slingers are going to start pulling back. Do have the two units of the mercenary cavalry here for Carthage, going to get a big charge in onto the Oathsworn general here for Tylus. So actually pretty good there by Kush and Carthage to actually separate these two generals. What is this we have running here? Unit of Shotel warriors that are shattered. Armored Shotel warriors going to test their luck against some Oathsworn. Pretty close numbers, 70, actually no, Armored Shotel warriors are actually getting destroyed. Look how quickly, they charged in there at about 77, they've already lost 11 men, now 14 men. Big charge again by the Carthaginian general into the back of the Tylus Oathsworn general. Here comes the Arverni general. He's still running all over the place trying to catch up. Looks like he's really trying to catch the general bodyguard there for Carthage. So it's really coming down to the last couple of units here. Big charge in by two units of cavalry here for Carthage. In onto the Oathsworn general for Arverni. Unit of Scutari is breaking. Unit of Carthaginian cavalry is starting to waver as well. So this battle is actually getting a lot closer than I thought it was going to. Armored Shotel warriors now still taking on the Oathsworn general. Actually, general now down to 35 men. Another big charge coming in by the Carthaginian general here. The unit of the mercenary Balearic slingers coming in to join the fight. Looks like, yeah, this is the rest of the fight. Oh, Tylus general is starting to waver. Down to 24 men left. Is he going to break? Yes, he did. So it's all up to the Oathsworn general here for Arverni. He's got a unit of armored Shotel warriors and mercenary Balearic slingers. Oathsworn general about to get charged in by the Carthaginian general again. Carthaginian general down to 18 men here. Do have a unit of the mercenary Balearic slingers way over here. They do not have any ammunition. I would throw them in now. Try and dogpile as much as possible onto the Oathsworn general. Carthaginian general, it seems like he's going to come in for another charge. Good charge, maybe knock down a couple of guys, but still, this is very heavy melee infantry. Not really going to do very much. Oh, this is tough. Balearic Slinger's going to come in. They're going to get cut to pieces. I'm just going to sit here and watch this for a little bit. Keep an eye on the Carthaginian general. Coming in for another charge. In onto the Oathsworn general here for Arverni. Getting very close. But as you can see, balance of power is definitely in favor of Arverni now. Yeah, General's Bodyguard has 14 left. The Oathsworn General, 42. So really solid battle. Really solid battle. Pretty much came down to the last man here. I'm going to say Carthage is going to lose, though. Yeah, starting to waver. So, battle pretty much went all over the place. You know, it was very much in favor of Kush and Carthage there for a long period of time, but Tylus and Arverni were able to pull it out in the end. Thankfully, the Arverni general did not break. Let's get into the army breakdowns here. We'll start off with Arverni here with Celtic Slan. His general here, almost 500 kills, like I said, 477. His units of cavalry, 162, 66, and 42. Gallic Hunters, 113, 46, 71, 78. His Celtic Warriors, 98 and 51. Finish off his army here with Chosen Swordsmen, 103, 54, 260. Wow. 56, 88, 190, 114, and 93. Getting into Tylus Pulo here with Tylus. His general, 342 kills. So like I said, the Oathsworn generals are not units to really be messed with. Oathsworn in general, not units to really be messed around with. His light horse did not do very well at all against the Carthaginian cavalry. Light horse 21, 30, and 15. His general with 342 kills. Celtic slingers, there we go, 40, 42, 29, and 26. His Celtic warriors, 127 and 180. Thracian warriors, 103 to finish off his army. Tribal warriors, 179, 236, 40, 78, 188, 272, 164, 95, and 138. So pretty well done, aside of a couple here and there units. Actually, really just this unit. All the rest of his units doing very, very well with his tribal warriors. Getting on to Kush here. His general, 103 kills. Kush cavalry, really not fantastic. 41, 58, 104, and 71. Nubian bowmen, 52, 101, 168. Shoto warriors here, 109, 253, 262, and 224. So, wow, solid showing there by the Shoto warriors. Armored Shoto warriors, 381. Again, fantastic unit. Swordsman here with 85. Disciples of Epidmac, 268. Fantastic unit. They're basically like a shock infantry, like naked swords. Very, very tough unit. Well, not very tough, just really, really, really strong. Their attack power and weapon damage is pretty high, and they do also have I believe it's called Headhunt, or they have a Frenzy ability as well. Kushite slave spearmen here, 13, 33, 0, 17, and the unit of slave infantry with 3. Finally here we have Big Daddy with Carthage. His cavalry general, 256. Other 4 units of cavalry, I should say, 106, 251, 37, 146, and 260. So very solid with his cavalry aside of 1. His slingers, 285 and 86. Wow, 285 kills. That's actually really good. African pikemen, 32, 50, 28. Not really very good. I don't really see a whole lot of pikes on field battles. They can easily be flanked. Libyan hoplites here, 5, 8, 14. Libyan infantry, 60, 168, 121, 68. Late Libyan hoplites here, 24, and his 2 units of Samnite warriors, 151 and 101. So guys, hope you enjoy the battle. I'm actually going to upload a second one. I know that I was away for a couple of days there, had some personal stuff that I had to go take care of. I was out of town for about 4 or 5 days there. So, yeah. So this is going to be the first battle for today. I'm going to get ready to upload a siege battle as well. So I hope you guys do enjoy this battle. If you do, please make sure to like and comment on the battle. Continue to subscribe to the channel. We are now over 600 subscribers. So guys, thank you very much, and I will talk to you soon.